Hey guys, we got a Havoc preview today, a Skurrg bomber, and it's going to be nuts. So let's talk about this, and let's also talk about, before you get too far, I am giving away a Rey with Speeder Funko Pop. So this is a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. So if you want to win this, all you have to do is subscribe. I'm going to talk more about this at the end. But let's talk about this amazing Skurrg bomber. So we finally got a preview for this today that should generally mean that Wave 11 is closer to coming out. However, in the case of Armada, it seems like it's been pushed back 2 to 4 weeks later than originally anticipated. So Wave 11 might still be more than a month out. Hopefully not, but you know, let's plan for the worst and hope for the best. We see some of the Skurrg today. Speaking of the best, this ship looks insane. It really looks insane, and it's got people crying out about a Sabine buff. And people are already kind of complaining and up in arms about Sabine. But before we talk too much about that and all the bomb love, and let's talk about the ship itself. So here it is. We've got our PS1. This is the cheapest one at 24 points. Not bad for 10 hull on a small ship. So this is one of the things that drives me crazy about X-Wings. They keep making these, like, there's so much power creep. 24 points, 3 attack, 10 hull. I mean, you know, I love B-Wings, but you just can't fly a B-Wing anymore. You can fit 4 of these in a list, have incredible attack, you've got your barrel rolls, you know, you got crazy maneuverability, and you've got all the upgrades in the world. It's frustrating, but I mean, and I'm not mad at this ship, I'm just thinks that my B-Wings got left behind, but this thing is insane. All right, so we got focus, we've got target lock, and we've got barrel roll. 3 attack, 1 agility, 5 hull, 5 shields. We can add a turret, we can add torpedo, a missile, a crew, 2 bombs for 24 points. That's pretty nuts. Let's look at some of the pirates. This guy's insane. Captain Nim. Okay, Captain Nim it has 2 versions, but we're gonna talk about the scum version first. Comes in at 30 points, also has the EPT. Pilot skill 8. Captain Nim says you may ignore friendly bombs, period. And then there's more. When a friendly ship is defending, if the attacker measures range through a friendly bomb token, the defender may add an evade result. Are you kidding me? This guy is nuts. And just that you may ignore friendly, and the thing is, this gets so good with all the other stuff. Like, I probably should have talked about pilots later in the video, but I want to talk about the pilots first, just to kind of keep things a little bit structured. So we're gonna go over all the pilots, but we're gonna come back at the end of the video, watch this video again, and then look at Captain Nim again. It's insane. And then also we've got Sol Sixa. Sol Sixa is a pilot skill 6, also has the EPT for 28 points. When dropping a bomb, you may use the one hard turn template instead of the one straight template. So you got a lot of extra maneuverability when dropping bombs, and this is just going to work so well because everything in this expansion is based on bombs. So it's just nuts. And we also have our Rebel version of Captain Nim. And the Rebel version of Captain Nim is also a pilot skill 8 with the EPT for 30 points, but the ability is different. Once per round, you may prevent a friendly bomb from detonating. Now this is really, really cool, and because they still have the thing there, it's still going to activate and detonate next turn. So this has so many different uses, and it definitely combos well with Sabine. For example, if you drop cluster mines and somebody flies, you know, through maybe 2 of them, you want to keep one from detonating so that it can detonate again the next turn with Sabine or something like that. Or maybe you drop a proton bomb and it just misses somebody, and you make sure, all right, well, if it's not going to hit anybody, let's keep it from detonating. That's just nuts, man. So there's a lot of potential here, and all of these so far, everything is about bombs, and now all the upgrades are going to factor into bombs that much more. So let's look at this minefield mapper. This is just insane. First off, it's a 0-point system slot, so 0 points, guys. 0 points. Why wouldn't you use it? Of course you would use it. So during setup, after the place forces step, you may discard any number of your equipped bomb upgrades. Place all corresponding bomb tokens in the play area beyond range 3 of enemy ships. So you can set up all your Connor nets and cluster mines and proximity mine. I mean, you can just set up everything and force somebody to go the certain way that you want to go. And that's just nuts. And those are ones that will stay until tripped. But you can also drop your proton bombs in advance to limit them even further. You'll force them to do a slow approach if you want. That's just ridiculous. And on top of that, it costs 0 points. So there's no... One of the biggest problems in the early days of TIE bombers, when those came out and everybody started taking all these extra weapons and stuff, is that you run the risk of dying without being able to offload all of your ordnance and your bombs, right? And so it was a real bummer. It's happened to me before. I've taken a bomber that's gotten blown up and you know, it had like three missiles or you know, 3 torpedoes or ordnance still left on it, or bombs still left on it. You don't want to do that. And this is definitely limiting that. So now you can, you know, feel free to load that you know, ordnance boat up, and you know, or that bomb boat. You can load that bomber up, and you're going to be able to, you know, you're going to get your payoff. You can do it right at the first turn, but you don't have to. You could do one up there and then one, you know, somewhere else. Just bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers. Now I also want to talk about the bomblet generator. This thing is probably the most fantastic of thing I've seen in a long time, because it goes on so many ships. This is a buff to so many ships that didn't need buffs. Holy cannoli. And and I love it because it's basically the infinite bomb. And we're seeing a lot of these double upgrades. So bomblet generator, it is unique. So you can't have all of your ships with bomblet generator. But one is enough, because you're just getting infinite bombs. It costs 3, so that's pretty reasonable. Takes up 2 bomb slots, so sorry TIE Bomber, you cannot have this. But yeah, when you reveal your maneuver, you may drop 1 bomblet token, and it detonates at the end of the activation phase. Now the bomblet token is just nuts. It's about the same size as your standard bomb or your proton bomb, and it detonates. All the ships at range 1 roll 2 attack dice and suffer damage on all hits and criticals. They suffer a hit or critical damage, so it can do a hit or a crit, and it's crazy because you can do 2 damage to these guys with, and you're just gonna get drop that every time you're doing a maneuver. Now you factor this into all those different pilots. You have, you know, you can, oh well, Nim can ignore, so he can drop it real close, even if it hits him, even if he goes real slow, he can just ignore it. Or oh well, you know what, this guy can drop him at an angle, you know, and you're doing it every turn, every time you reveal a maneuver. So you just keep doing it, freaking nuts, man. Or put advanced sensors on there. Barrel roll first, then reveal your maneuver. Oh yeah, now I'm dropping it in just the right position. Like there's so many, like this is really stepping up the bombing game, man. Let's look at Cad Bane. Cad Bane, absolutely bananas, okay? One of the best crew I have ever seen, like as far, just right out the gate, like amazing. So especially for what he does. 2 points, crew, not too expensive. Your upgrade bar gains the bomb icon once per round. When an enemy ship rolls attack dice due to a friendly bomb detonating, you may choose any number of eyeballs and blank results. It must re-roll those results. So target lock for your bombs. Just amazing, like perfect synergy. Perfect synergy. That's just nuts, and it's gonna force people to fly in a whole new way. In a whole new way now. And he also adds another bomb slot. So like if you wanted to put the bomblet generator on you know, on a slave 1 or something, like you couldn't have. You could have done it on the Andrasta, but now if you just put Cad Bane on there, now you're fine. But you know, it'd probably be cooler to not. I don't know. I mean, like part of me wants to feel like, well, Bombardier would be kind of cool with that too, but you know, I think Cad Bane is a much better option. That's just crazy. And the dial, let's talk about this dial. This dial is actually pretty solid. You've got a good amount of green. You don't have your hard 1 turns, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but you know, those are usually pretty hard to come by. You've got all your 2s, you got a couple of green 2s, you got the Talon roll in the 3s, so that's pretty cool. And you got a 4 straight white, so you can go fairly fast, a 5 straight red. But you have no K turn, but that's okay because you get the Talon roll. So the Talon roll is actually pretty cool. Helps you be a little more unpredictable, and especially if you're going to be playing a ship that can drop a bomb every single turn, that's certainly something that's very interesting. So I'm you know, the dial's pretty good. The dial's pretty good. But really the shenanigans, the bomb shenanigans are just bonkers. And of course there's the Havoc title, which they showed as well, and it gives your upgrade bar the system and salvaged astromech icon and loses the crew, but you can't equip non-unique salvaged astromechs. So, you know, I think that's already been talked to. It's a 0 point, but it's unique. But pretty cool if you want to run it. I mean, and the way, this cool thing about this is it's not scum only, so it's a way for you to get some salvaged astromechs into the rebel factions. First, it's a doorway. It's a doorway, although they put a smart limiter on there is that you basically have to have a unique one. So genius, you know, and so they can kind of limit some of the broken mechanics that way. But man, this ship is just bonkers. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. What kind of bomb shenanigans are you planning to do here? Because there's so many. Like there's ways you can get a ton of bombs out on the board right away. First turn with this, it's just bananas. So I'm pretty impressed with this. I do think it does kind of still lend itself to the power creep of the game. It's just, but it's inevitable. You can't just make stuff that people don't want to fly anymore. Otherwise, we'd all still be flying X-Wings. And you know, so it's very exciting. I like that it's at least doing something different. I think bombs should have been buffed a long time ago, but I guess it's better late than never. So I think that's cool. So also, I want to talk about the giveaway. I'm giving away a Rey with Speeder. This is a Star Wars Celebration 2017 exclusive. I will ship this to you. All you have to do to enter is subscribe and leave a comment on any of my videos coming up here to this one or any. Once I hit 8,000 subscribers, I'm going to announce a winner. So make sure you also click the bell that's going to be right or under here somewhere, to get alerts so you don't miss when I announce the winner. Because if I announce the winner and you don't contact me within like 2 weeks or so, then I'm going to put it back out there and maybe somebody else will win. So make sure you subscribe, enter, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are a fan of this stuff, make sure you hit the bells so you can get more notifications as soon as I announce another video. And if you are as excited about this Skurrg as I am, let me know. Or if you are mourning the gradual loss of the B-Wings effectiveness, let me know that too. I love my B-Wings, what can I say? All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day.